Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
We got a special guest with us today by the name of Lolita. I have asked her to come and tell her story in my new series, You Won't Believe What I've Been Through, because we had a talk and she had some very, very interesting things she had been through, so I definitely asked her to come be a part of the show. One of the things that Miss Lolita told me was that she is 28 years clean from alcohol and drugs, which is so unbelievable. But she is proof that it can definitely be done. So, Miss Lolita, will you introduce yourself to the people?
Okay, y'all. My name is Lolita. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, but 28 years ago, I had to make a change that saved my life, and I moved to Sylacauga, Alabama. I've been here for 28 years, and I've been trying to be a productive member of society. I try to give, I try to educate, and I love the kids. My main thing is to just be open, be free. I use my life story to let somebody know that, hey, it's a different way, a better way. And I try to support anybody in any way that I can.
Did you start your spiral down into drugs and alcohol?
I started using drugs and alcohol when I was 13 years old. Let me go back a little bit. I have 4 other sisters. I always, I was smart, I was intelligent, but I got with the wrong crowd, y'all. And I started using drugs and alcohol to deal with situations that was going on in my life. At the age of 13, by the time I was 16 years old, I thought I was grown. I decided to leave home, and I had been running ever since until 28 years ago. And I was running from me. And so um, I could say that I lost a lot, but my life on drugs does not define who I am. They're stepping stones. There are the drug uses, the homelessness, the prison, the mental health, all of that is what made me who I am today. And so would I trade it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I know those experiences have given me strength to go through a lot now. And like I said, I live in Sylacauga, a little old small town, but you get to get bonds here, and the most important thing for me was to get a support group. Before I decided to get my life together or change the way I was living, I had lost the relationship with my family. Now I have the best relationship. Um, I'm not finna sit up here and tell y'all it was easy, because it wasn't. No way by any means was it easy. I've gone through some things even without the use of drugs and alcohol. But me having people that's in my corner to hold me, to let me know, hey, it's gonna be okay. You know, it's gonna be okay. When I was 16, I quit school. Um, didn't want to go no more. You know, drugs had became my life. Drugs was my everything. I ain't have to feel nothing. I ain't have to deal with nothing. Not realizing that I was losing me. And it was okay at that particular time, because that's really what I wanted. I wasn't happy with who I am. I didn't thrive to do anything better. So I continued to use drugs and drink. And I tell people all the time, if you feel like you don't have anybody, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Everybody in Sylacauga basically know me because I'm there. I try to help anybody. And I think that's what we need, and that's what we strive for. Um, I don't know if let me tell you what drugs did for me or to me. I've been to prison twice. Um, I became homeless. I lived in Florida. I lived in Georgia. I lived in Kentucky because I was running, and everywhere I went, I took me. So can't run from you. So when I came to Sylacauga, um, I knew I had to change. I couldn't keep blaming people. I couldn't keep saying my life was shitty and this is why I did what I did and don't nobody love me. Hell, I didn't love myself. I really didn't. So when I came here, I found out a couple other things. Not only was I an addict and an alcoholic, I also suffer from a mental illness, and it's called bipolar disorder. That was a hard one for me to deal with because it's like, oh my God, I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy at all. I have a chemical imbalance. As long as I do what I'm supposed to do and take care of me, I'm all right. Um, I see it every day where people give up. If you give up, you don't never know what you can do and where you can go. You know, I didn't give up, and I'm with me having a mental illness. I got into therapy. Yeah, I was. Wow. I'm 58 now, almost. I'll be 58 in October, and I was 40. I was 50 before I really became honest with who I was, and before I really wanted to dig deep and try to solve whatever pain, hurt, whatever I felt like the world owed me, or whatever I felt like I didn't do for me. And in that process, I'm a good person. I'm a damn good person. I'll be there for people. And then I had to learn that I had to be vulnerable. You know, I don't have to when I got my life together, I was angry. But now I know that there's other feelings other than anger. I'm in the process of me living a clean and sober life. I lost a child. I lost my oldest daughter in a car accident. The only time that life had got so hard for me that I felt like I couldn't make it. And it's like, I'm gonna go back. But you know, in the process I learned that I don't have to go back. I got a family that loves me. I got people in Silicaga. And I say when it comes to support, oh man, the support. You know, when my daughter died, she had 4 girls, and I'm raising all 4 of them. And I laugh because I'm still clean and sober. Because girls are nothing nice. They can be a handful by themselves. But I mean, you know, I hear a lot of people say, well, don't nobody love me. Don't nobody care nothing about me. That's why I ain't gonna do no better. You gotta love yourself first. We do things because we don't love ourselves. And once I learned to love me from here, I was willing to do whatever it took to stay clean and sober. Um, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to take care of my girls. I'm willing to do. I don't. And another thing about me, um, I love kids, and I feel like we have to show the kids that this ain't the way. We don't beat them up and we don't beat them down. We just say, hey, look, man, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You going to jail. You gonna be out on the streets. You gonna get killed. That ain't how we roll. You know, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I ain't no honey baby, sweetheart, sugar this and none of that. Sit down and listen. You know, and I see, you know, a lot of people running around smoking weed. Weed is the gateway. It leads you to other things. And if you're running from yourself and running to drugs, you lose yourself. It's not the ounce, it's not the way. Um, I have had friends that die from drugs overdose. I've had friends to get life sentences. I've had friends that are homeless. And I realize and I tell myself, but for the grace of God, God spared me for a reason. And I realize it today. You know, I told y'all early on I quit school. I'm a junior in college right now. Dean list. Dean list. I'm talking about A's and B's. And I'm majoring in counseling psychology. Because I want you be able to reach people, to save people, to let people know that, hey, there's a better way. And I think that by me living that life of an addict, alcoholic, a person with mental illness, a homeless person, a person that been in prison, the world and gave up on, and you see me today, and you say, well, dang, if Miss Lolita did it, I know I can do it. You know, I had to learn to deal with life on life's terms. Everybody got a story, and it's what you make of your story. Either it can be a good ending, or it can be a happily ever after, or it can be a bad ending. We can end our story in it. We can start new. We can start a new chapter in life every chance we get. And I choose to start a new chapter. And I always learned that there are some things you have to look into. You got to be grateful. Got to have some gratitude. Because if you out there and you doing drugs and you doing alcohol and you dealing with a person with a mental illness and one day they gone from a drug overdose or they committed suicide, and you can say, but for the grace of God, there go I. And don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Learn from your story, pick up the pieces, and start again. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I never would have thought that I could sit here and say, I really didn't. I got 28 years clean and sober. 28 years? Me? 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 You know, and I'm not gonna sit up and say, like I said once, it's not easy. But man, you gotta get out there, you gotta get you a support group. What I had to do when I first came in the room, because I really felt bad about who I was, I had to start telling myself I like myself. I had to start telling myself good things about me. I had to start doing a gratitude list. I had to start saying little simple stuff, little slogan. I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk. You know, you have to tell yourself this because we beat ourselves up for so long. We we thought that was all that we had for us. No, every day that you wake up and you're able to breathe, you can make a change. And that's what life is, changes. Changes for the better. Um, I don't know if don't, you have to tell yourself all the time, I love myself. I had to start out what I like because I didn't love myself. But hey, I love myself today. I love me. I love me. I'm very outspoken. I don't pull no strings. Um, I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but I've also done some good things. And God spared me for a reason.
That is true, Miss Lolita. Okay. I mean, everybody definitely know that you are one for the kids. The first time I ever saw you, you was refereeing a game, and it made me proud to see a black woman doing something that you rarely see black women do.
Hmm. So I grew up in Birmingham, and we grew up in a part of Birmingham called East Birmingham. And it's like my mama, her children grew up with the neighbor's children, and we all just grew up together. And I remember the first time that I was introduced to my drug of choice. I said, man, I can't be doing this. I get hooked on it. No, you can't get hooked on it. You can't get hooked on it because you ain't gonna have no money to pay for it. Y'all, I'm a woman. Trust me. Women always have a way to make money. And therefore I got hooked. Um, that person is dead and gone today. Heart attack. Heart attack. I always felt like I didn't belong, so I always hung with an older generation. I never hung with people my age. It was always an older generation. And I started drinking with an older generation. And when I went to Georgia, you play ball, man. You get anything you want. If you play ball, and I play basketball, so drugs, pills, weed, you name it, you got it because you play ball. I don't know if it's like that today, but athletes got away with a lot, and we they ain't care. Just show up for the game. So that's how I got into a lot of that. Then Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I mean, I was high school.
Okay, so you high school. People know that this is something that you doing to better yourself, but yet still they was giving you these.
Oh, right. I mean, shit, half the team was getting high. I mean, it is what it is. And when I go back to Georgia, I promise you, I look for some of my old mates, or old classmates, or old teammates, or whatever. They strung out. They strung out. I be asking my cousin, hi, such, such, such. Ooh, Lolita, she looking bad. She out there bad. So, so when you young and the coaches knew they had to know. Like I said, they didn't care. All they wanted you to do was be there to play that game. So yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't know if they do that today still. I do know that weed smoking is on the rise, and I've seen them 13, 14, 12-year olds smoking weed. Like that's the thing. Baby man, that don't make you cool. That don't make you hip. It don't do none of that. Um, but people want to be in that in crowd so bad that they'll do whatever they gotta do to be a part of that in crowd. And what I've learned from me, I ain't gotta be a part of nothing. As long as I love myself, y'all gonna hear me say love myself enough because when you love yourself, you gonna do whatever it take you to do to not be a part of that in crowd. So I try to tell, especially these young people, don't beat yourself up. You hear a lot about bullying. Like I said, I'm raising teenage girls. Um, I tell them as long as you know that ain't who it is, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. I mean, because if like say for instance, me and you hanging out, a lot of people get love screwed up too. Me and you hanging, and you doing some screwed up stuff, and I'm like, baby girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let them sit up and have you looking like a fool. Well, I thought you loved me. Love, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Baby girl, you drunk. Let's go home. I'm not finna sit up there and let you get so drunk and blinded that you don't even know what you're doing or what nobody else doing to you. See, all that come with the game. So love mean I'ma tell you. Miss Brown, let go. Miss Brown might get mad at me at the end of the day. I don't care because I love you enough to tell you the truth. You know. And that way I know you can't say that nobody tell you the truth. I don't need no I just feel like I don't know, man. I just feel like when nowadays nobody really told you the truth. Because you always heard what goes on in this house stays in this house. Nobody told you the truth. Nobody was straightforward with you. So I always made up my mind that I'm gonna tell somebody. If I see him going the wrong way, I'm gonna tell her. And that's cause I love you. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I got a sister. I love her to death. I love her to death. And I can't say whether she's an alcoholic and whether she's not. But what I can say is she drank a whole lot. And I told her some things, and she really literally got pissed at me. But it's like, you don't love me, don't about not. If I didn't love you, I'd keep on letting you do what you're doing. And I won't be straight with you. I say, but I love you enough to tell you, man, you killing yourself. I don't want to go to another funeral. And that's how my mama now felt. My mama didn't want to see me kill myself on that stuff. And she was hard. Now she was hard. Shoot, I couldn't come to her house. I couldn't do none of that. But today, I got a key to my mama house. I call my mom on a daily basis, you know. And by me being open and willing to let somebody in and know who I am, when my nieces and my nephews, they going through or they depressed or they down and out or or whatever, they call me. Cause I'm gonna be real. I got a nephew right now. If he know I'm coming, he gone. I'm not gonna beat him up. You can't beat nobody into getting their life together. You gotta love them. You gotta be compassionate. You know. And I think God gave me that. He gave me that compassionately wholehearted, caring person. He gave me that personality, and I use it.
All right, Miss Lolita. So you said that you're in therapy, and I salute you for that because in the black community, it has been a taboo for a long time that you crazy, and black people don't usually go to therapy. We don't believe in having mental health issues when like I know, just about every black person in this world got PTSD about something. I'm serious. It's
Yes,
hard being black.
yes,
Just be real.
yes, yes,
It's
yes,
hard being black.
yes.
And I want you to, hit on that a little bit, let people know, therapy has worked. It will work for them also.
Right. Let me say something about. Like I told you earlier, me accepting the fact that I had a mental illness, that was the hardest thing that I had to accept. Um, I think I'm gonna say this: everybody got some type of mental illness. Everybody, not just everybody, not just me. And I think what keeps a lot of people from getting the help that they need is because of stereotypes. The stereotypes are, you crazy. I told y'all earlier, I'm not crazy by a long shot. I have a chemical imbalance. Yes, I see a therapist because I need somebody to help me process the things that I'm going through and in my mind. I need somebody to help me. Sometimes I just need somebody just to be there. Sometimes I go up in a therapy session, I be so crunk because I want to let somebody know, look, this is what I thought today. This is where I am today. And then when I walk up out of there, I'm a better person. But therapy, to me, for me, and my girls, has been their lifesaver. Um, I hear it, but I don't see it. But therapy for me, I mean, we sit back and let me say something too. I am so glad that athletes, entertainers are coming out and saying, hey, I suffer with depression. I suffer with this. I suffer with that. And that's making it America, I guess, say, hey, we got a mental health crisis in America. Um, I say that to say this. I ain't ashamed that I got a mental illness. Now I know what's wrong with me. I know what's wrong with me. I know I have a mental illness. And I look past those people that stereotypes or the ignorancy um, that comes along with what people think about people with mental illness. Um, People with mental illness are some of the smartest people you'll ever want to meet because we've had to overcome so much to be who we are. Um, People with mental illness love harder. To me, not just because I suffer with a mental illness, we're good people. Um, so yes, I go to therapy once a month, depending on where I am here. When I'm going through certain things, it may be once every other week because I don't ever want to go back to where I came from. So in order for me not to go back where I came from, not only do I deal with the drug and alcohol part, I deal with the mental aspect too. I don't wake up in the morning and want to kill myself today. I don't want to wake up. I don't wake up in the morning thinking I'm worthless. So I've learned new ways to live. I learned how to mentally take care of myself. You know, I learned my stresses, and I learned what to do in order not to go through those stresses. And when I learned those things, I'm a better person. I'm not sitting up saying that I still don't go through. Yeah, that's why I got therapists. That's why my therapist helped me work through them and stuff. Um, and I thank God for it every day. That's what made me want to go into therapy because I want to help people. I want to help these young kids. See what you got here, baby. I don't know if you know rate of young people have risen because I'm going on somewhere with that. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just seeking attention. You just man, listen to these kids. Listen to these babies. These babies go to school People picking on them because they ain't got on the name brand tennis shoes or wearing this or wearing that, and they make them feel worthless. The grades ain't good as everybody else's grade, so they do a whole lot more than what we had to do when we was in school. Kids can be evil, and it can really keep somebody down in the dump. Listen to your kids. Listen to your kids. I know just as good when one of my kids going through something. So mental health is real. I don't know. May was Mental Health Awareness Month. I got a shirt that I wear. I had a shirt for every day. One of them said, "There's an old you that is proud of the you today." Like, yes, So, and we gotta stop that stigma. We gotta stop judging people because they mentally ill, and that's what's wrong. That's what keeping people from telling the truth, from seeking help until it's too late. And then you're like, well, I should have saw. No, listen to your kids. Listen to you. See where you are. It's okay to say I got a mental illness. Or it's okay to say I'm sad, I'm depressed all the time. Or it's okay to say, I just don't want to be here no more. Seek help. Mental illness is real. I can't stress that enough. It's real. It's real, baby girl. It's real.
Well, I just want to say it was a blessing that you came to tell the people your story because a lot of people are afraid to speak their truth. And I appreciate you for speaking your truth. I'm doing this to help somebody else. Because once they see that this person is strong, maybe they then can understand they can be strong as well.
Let me say something. Can I correct you?
Yeah.
I ain't strong. It's people like you that help me keep my head up and keep pushing. You see what I'm saying? So strength, they say two is better than one. See what I'm saying? So I ain't strong. It's y'all. It's the people that's there for me. It's the people that look up to me that keep me pushing. It's the people that call to say, I just called to say I love you. That's all you are. I don't want nothing else. You all right? That's what keeps me pushing. It's the people that, baby girl, I got more nieces and grandchildren and sisters down here than anybody in the world. Because that's what we do. I go to Pizza Hut today, girl go holler about, hey, auntie. I go to the little restaurant last night with a coworker of mine that's been to move to Georgia. And I keep hearing somebody calling me grandma, grandma, grandma. About 5 or 6 kids get out the car. I'm like, I knew I kept hearing somebody. So it's you guys. It's the love and stuff that I get from you guys that keep me fighting. And that's all people need to realize. I say love a lot, but I also say you gotta love yourself in order for somebody else to love you. And how you get to love yourself? You get to know yourself. You know, once you stop doing the drugs and the alcohol, you're raw. You're naked. So let's find out who we are. Get us a support group. Learn to love yourself. Allow other people to love you. Hey man, hey. I'm trying to tell you, you be sitting up and looking at me. I got 28 years. I got 2 years. I got 30 days. I got six months. Those little small steps. And if nobody, I'm just gonna offer a couple of suggestions for those that's really trying. First thing you gotta do is write a gratitude list. Second thing you gotta do is write good things about yourself. And the third thing you gotta do is turn it over to God. That. I mean, you can do it in those orders, but that's what I had to do the first day. The first, when I first got into the room. And man, I don't know, baby girl, I just want to say, if ain't nobody told you guys that they love you today, let me be the first to say, I love you. And you can do this. We can do this. Just don't give up. This shirt right here say, don't quit. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Just can't give up for the miracle. So if I can be of any help to anybody, get in touch with Brandy. Um, she know how to get in touch with me. I don't play when it comes to recovery at all. I don't play about it. I'm serious. Um, this all I got is recovery. This is why I'm alive today. So I can't let anybody screw over mine. Um, I got you. Reach out. I'll be there. Um, just don't give up. Don't give up.
So I still must say that I do have a lot of respect for you. Like, I have always had respect for you. I never in my life knew this was your story. Ever. You don't carry yourself in a way that you want to be pitied.
No. That's the stepping stone, baby girl. That's the stepping stone. Everything that I went through is a stepping stone. It brought me to where I am today. You see what I'm saying? Don't feel sorry for me because my life, my past is not a hindrance to me. Those are stepping stones, and that's why I am who I am. That's the strength. It comes from those those hurdles, those stones, those bricks. That's where that come from. So
When I was telling you about the series, I was telling you about this and we going back and forth sharing the ideas because I want to get you on the team.
no, man, I just feel like the more people know that there's people out there that is overcome and overcoming what they are trying to overcome, they have more faith. Because if they see people going through what they went through, is doing what they got to do to stay away from that, then hey, they'll make it. That's why I don't care who know nothing about me because that ain't who I am today. So you know, as a matter of fact, I use my life to motivate others because I couldn't figure out what my purpose was in life, and I couldn't figure. And the thing about it, baby girl, I was one of them hard cookies when it came to getting my life together. And I always get the hard cookies that I always get the hard. I'm like, wow, because you know what it's like, because you was hard like that too. So right. And one thing I say is I'm firm, but I'm very lovable and compassionate. I'm firm. I'm just firm. I'm firm. And I'm gonna tell you, the lady that helped me get to where I am, her sponsor told her, "Oh, you can't sugarcoat it. You got to be real with her, because you learn. I've been to prison twice, and you learn things in prison. Like one thing you couldn't let them see you do in prison was cry. So you learn to cover up your feelings of who you are. So that's what I learned. I learned to not be me, but I also learned that that's my past. I can relate to so many people because I've been to prison, I've been to Bright, I've been home, I've been strung out. I'm fighting mental illness. I'm dealing with mental illness. I'm in therapy. So, I got that's what I like about it. I'm not just stuck to one set of people. So, baby girl, I don't know if I help you or not. I did good.
Watching this program today, I promise you, you have helped people. And I just want to say you strong and you keep being strong because I already see God definitely has gave you grace.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I still want you to let the people know because we done got all of that out the way, but you're doing some great things today.
Mhm.
You've been through a lot and you're doing some great things today. I heard you say that you a junior.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had somebody just push me, and I doubted if I could go into college in my 50s and make it. And it was like, no, no, no. Well, they gave me an ultimatum. So I go in and I start looking for colleges I want to go to. I said, I'm gonna do this. And I start it's weird because the college that I choose is a Christian college. And they were like, they asked you so much about your past, and I told them I had been to prison twice or whatever, whatever. And they were like, "Well, we don't know." I said, "Whoa, y'all a Christian college, and you gonna judge me?" I said, "And it's been almost 30 years since I went to prison. You gonna judge me? What kind of Christian college you here?" Next thing I do is I get an invitation to go to this particular college. Um, I already knew what I wanted to do. I already knew what I was led to do, and that was be some type of counseling. Um, um, and so I choose counseling psychology. Baby girl, I made the dean's list. Me, the dean's list. And then I got inducted just last night into it's called um, the leadership. I'm on the leadership and success and leadership team. I got inducted in that. So my next thing is to be inducted into the psychology club. So I'm just, and these are dreams to me. Like I said, I quit high school, so I never graduated. I never marched. I never walked across the stage. Um, and I want to do it with honor. I want to walk across that stage with honor because when I was coming up, I was a straight A student. So it's a dream come true to me. To even be in college. So, and then I noticed with me going to school and stuff, that helps my girls. They even trying harder because they see me. Like I said, by the time I graduate, I'll be 60, but that's okay. I'll be 60 and nah, that was my mom. I was telling my cousin because I was struggling English girl. I told my cousin, I said, man, I'm 57, 50. She say, so what? Your auntie graduated and she was 59. I'm like, shit, if auntie did it, I can do it too. Hell, I mean, I'm going. So when I get discouraged or whatever, I just realize this your dream. You can't give up. And so when I get ready to graduate, everybody gonna know it's car because I'm gonna put balloons all over my vehicle and yeah, I'm gonna make sure, you know, um, it's a dream come true. And seeing the thing about me going back to college, I've been working in mental health for 22 years, but that's only so much I can do legally or whatever because I don't have a degree. So I'm like, man, I got so much to give, and all I got to do is get a degree. I got so much to give. See, cause I ain't none of these folks that's doing this different type of work in this field that live the life. They relate more to how you get them to do it, cause I'm them. What I got didn't come out no book. What I got, right? What I got is me. I did a paper to do was like, wow. I'm like, that's me. That's my story. That's ain't no book can teach me me. So I don't get me wrong, books is okay, but trust me, when I can sit down and I'm sitting down here and it's for somebody I'm trying to help, and I listen to their story and I come back and tell them my story, they be like, oh, yeah, yeah. So, but I realized in order for me to be able to help more people and outreach more, I gotta get a degree. And that's why I'm gonna get this degree too. I'm gonna get it. Yep. Yep. Right. 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 I gotta have it. Right. I'm doing it anyway. Right. Right. It ain't even the money, baby girl. I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm retired. I've been retired since 2018. So it ain't the money. It's because I know I got more to offer. And in order for me to give what I got to get a degree. That's where I'm at with that. That's where I'm at with that.
You're gonna get this degree, and you've stepped into a mother's role because you lost your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You're 28 years clean. You're retired. I mean, come on. I know you have had a troubled past, but like you said, that's the past because your
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
and for a woman that done went through so much, I mean, I don't see no lot of gray hair over there.
Yes. I have people tell me all the time. When I say I'll be 58 in October, they be like, what? Yeah. Ooh, one lady hit me like this. Look at me, look at me. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. God preserve me. You know what I'm saying? Shot at, good, stabbed, sleeping in the streets and everything, and he still preserved me. So I mean, I want gray hair. But I'm learning. I mean, man, just to sit out here and chit chat with you and just to hear my story myself sometimes, it'd be like, dang, man, you put some work in. And that's what people need to realize. If we put half the work as we put into staying sick, if we put half of that work into getting well, man, we'll be awesome. We'll be awesome. Cause that's what it is. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You gotta work. I know y'all, if y'all sports fans or whatever, you always hear them say you gotta put the work in. And for that, I help anybody. I help you. I'm not gonna do it for you, but I will help you. I will help anybody. Now, like I told you earlier, if nobody's told you guys that they love you today, I love you guys. I love you because everybody needs to know that they're loved. And I love you. No matter what you've done, still need to be loved and feel loved. So, man, if I can do it, you can too. I ain't gonna listen to nobody say they can't get straight. You lying to yourself.
and Ms. Lolita, piggyback off of what you said earlier, about the three things that you need to do when you said give it to God.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to say this and make sure you forgive yourself
Oh,
because
for
God
sure.
gave you a clean slate.
For sure.
You do not have to be convicted of your past. Your
For
past
sure.
is your past for a reason.
For sure.
To the future and move forward.
For sure. Because see, when we beating ourselves up, hell, ain't nobody else got to beat us up. You understand me? Because I realized that couldn't nobody beat me up no worse than I could. When I got myself together, this how low I was. Man, somebody told me, say, you got to give yourself because God has. And I totally agree with you. You got to forgive yourself. And like I said, I'm going to say one more thing. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. Let's change chapters. Let's change chapters. Your story don't have to end in a nightmare. Like I said, you can live happily ever after. So change the chapters. You can do it. At the time, just don't quit. Don't give up before the miracle. Can't do that. And I tell anybody, you can do it. If I can do it, you can too. You can too.
Definitely an inspiration that inspired me and more than you want to inspire some other people. And I just want to say thank you for being blessed.
You're quite welcome.